Hey, good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, I should say, as we are here under the lights for race number 4 of Season 7 of the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series. Tonight we are at the Milwaukee Mile for what's going to be, I'm sure, a very exciting event. Our Truck Series event really didn't involve a lot of passing. The pole sitter Jacob Lawler went to victory lane in a rather dominating fashion. Our Milwaukee Cup Series race, however, was rather good, especially near the end when Andy Timmons was able to pass his Michael Norman Motorsports teammate Madison Sieber to secure the victory in that series. So the question is now, with possible pit stops coming into play in tonight's race, who is going to take the checkered flag in the Snickers Cup Series event? We're moments away from finding out. On the pole position for this race, probably a guy who really needed a good run like this here tonight. Dead last in the points, Dylan Schwallenberg will start on the pole position for this evening's race there in the Home Depot Toyota out of Joe Gibbs Racing. He has had such a dismal season to start off here. In 3 starts, he has had an average finish of 37th place. That is not the way he wanted to get the season going, and so he's started on the pole position. We'll see if that can maybe help him get to a victory here tonight and move him up through the standings. Alongside of him on row 1 is going to be Drew Austin. Now, Austin's doing really well over in the Milwaukee Cup Series, but over here in the Snickers Cup Series, he's not doing quite as well. He's 28th in the point standings, and Drew Austin ended up picking up his first career Snickers Cup Series victory last season, early on in Season 6. We'll see if maybe tonight he can channel a little bit of his Season 6 luck and pick up a win tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Row 2 is going to be comprised of a couple of Chevrolets, one of them out of Michael Norman Motorsports. That's Megan Atkins. Now her friend Madison Sieber, who is a driver out of the Dollarton Falcon Motorsports team, just like Megan Atkins, ended up finishing very well last night in the second position. We'll see with a good qualifying result what Megan Atkins can do tonight. Atkins comes into this race 19th in the points, and I believe she's 6th in rookie points as well. And alongside of her, a fellow rookie, but a driver out of Richard Childress Racing, 5th in points, 3rd in rookie points. That is Bob Jones, trying to continue on what's been a very good start to his rookie season here in the Snickers Cup Series. It's time to get these cars rolling off. They'll complete a couple of pace laps, and while they do that, we will show you the starting lineup for this evening's race. 3 drivers come in over the 100-point mark, and we'll document them in a moment as well. As here's your start lineup for tonight's Miller Milwaukee's Best Ice 400. We basically gave you the first 2 rows. Dylan Schwallenberg picking up his first pole of the season alongside of Drew Austin, and then rookies Megan Atkins and Bob Jones in row number 2. Moving over to row 3, we've got Cole Daly, the Cole Man, starting off in the 5th position. Daly is in the 15th position in points right now, and alongside of him, Noah Hart in his second season with Kyotech Racing. He is 7th in the points standings. He's really been doing really well in that Audi so far. In row 4 is going to be the Ford of rookie Levi McIntyre. McIntyre comes in dead last in points, 38th in the standings, so good qualifying result for him tonight. We'll see if he can maybe get himself up through the standings with a good run, maybe even a win. And alongside of him is going to be Austin LaPlante in the 48. LaPlante comes in 4th in the points. He's actually only 16 points out of the top position tonight. Moving over to row 5, we've got last week's winner from Las Vegas, rookie Ian Dunna out of Stuart Haas Racing. He is actually now the current points leader as well after that victory. He has a 4-point advantage over second in points Andrea Erickson, and 5 points over Daytona 500 winner Charles Sanford. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Jake Rogers in the 22. Rogers is 17th in the points with an opportunity tonight to move inside the top 10 in standings. Trent Dunham for Sega Motorsports lines up in row number 6. He comes in 32nd in the point standings. Alongside of him, Barry Cole out of Joe Gibbs Racing, who is mid-pack in the points, 26th in points to be exact. Row 7 is going to hold a couple of road course aces. Anthony McCurry lines up on the inside in 13th place in his 61 Audi. Anthony McCurry, the lowest run of the Kyotech drivers in points. He's 24th in the standings, and alongside of him, John Sedino, 25th in the point standings for Sega Motorsports. Kyle Matthews lines up on the inside of row number 8. Matthews for Hendrick Motorsports currently comes into this race in the 34th position, really looking for some good luck tonight. And then Cody Lamas, who had a pretty stellar run last week at Las Vegas, as I recall. He's 16th on the starting grid tonight, and he comes in 31st in the point standings. Dougie Shears, a former Snickers Cup Series champ, as a matter of fact, 2 Snickers Cup Series champions in row 9, with Dougie Shears, the season 1 champion, starting in 17th. Shears comes into this race currently running in 21st in points, and alongside of him, the defending Snickers Cup Series champion Charles Jackson, who actually comes into this race running fairly well in points, 14th in the point standings, and he'll start off in the 18th position. And row 10 is going to comprise of Danny Wells out of Tweedix Racing. 6th in points comes Danny. He's having a really good season. And Roush Fenway Racing's Nick Barney will line up in the 20th position. Barney comes in this race 33rd in points. Kyotech Racing's Audi again of Ralph Mason lines up in row 11. Mason has been really strong here early on in the season. He's 13th in the points. And alongside of him is going to be Chris Washer, who's also been coming out strong in the last few weeks. He is 18th in the point standings for Everham Mayonnaise Racing. In row number 12 is going to be Sean Henley in the 25 Viagra Chevrolet for Tweedix Racing. He comes into this race currently running 11th in the point standings, looking for a spot inside the top 10. And alongside of him is going to be Kyle Corbett in the 56. Corbett comes into this race running 12th in the point standings for Michael Waltrip Racing. In row number 13 is going to be on the inside Jacob Lawler in the 11 machine. Lawler has been having slightly good luck, but he's running 20th in the point standings, and alongside of him is going to be the Kyotech Audi of James Silverfox, who currently is in the top 10 in points in the 9th position. Moving to row 14, you got a couple of rookies there, including our Phoenix race winner, Andrea Erickson, who comes in 2nd in points, only 4 points back from last week's winner, Ian Dutta. And alongside of her is going to be Harrison Langford, who is 16th in the point standings here in his rookie debut or debut season, I should say, for Penny Enterprises. It's an all Michael Norman Racing row number 15 with Jessica Shelton. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to fight a cold, and I didn't want to cough, but I did. But Jessica Shelton starts on the inside of row 15. Shelton comes into this race currently running in the 23rd position in the point stands, and alongside of her team owner and driver Michael Norman. He started off in 30th position. Michael Norman 29th in point standings so far. That's an all Dylan row 16 with Dylan Poteet started in the 31st position. Poteet's been off to a very difficult start here this season. He's 39th in points, and the same for Dylan Young, will start alongside of him in the Black Deuce tonight. Dylan Young comes this race 37th in the current points. Jake Cole lines up on the inside of row 17. Jake Cole is 40th in the point stands, and alongside of him, James McLeod. He'll start 34th, and he is 36th in points. So 31st, 32nd, 34th, 33rd, 34th all really need good runs tonight because they are way down in points. They're going to have to really work for it tonight. No doubt about that. In 35th position on the inside of row 18 is going to be William Duncan. Duncan comes in this race 10th in the point standings. And alongside of him, another driver running well in points, Richard Johnson from Penny Enterprises, comes in 8th in the point standings, and he'll start off in 36th this evening. Joshua Collar, rookie out of Penny Enterprises, started way back here in 37th. He's 30th in the points. And our Daytona 500 winner in 3rd in the points, only 5 points out of the top spot. Charles Sanford going to really have to work here tonight, as he'll start off in 38th position. Sean Galligan and Pichu London, they make up row 20. Sean Galligan comes into this race currently running in the 35th position in points. Really been a tough start to the season for him. And Pichu London comes in mid-pack, 22nd in the current standings for Stewart House Racing. And then completing the final row is going to be Kenny McCrory. He'll start 41st. Kenny McCrory comes into this race 41st in the point standings too, so if he's going to move himself up to the standings, he's got a lot of work to do tonight. And alongside of him is going to be the Red Bull Racing Toyota of Joshua Michaels, who comes in 27th in the current standings. That's a look at your starting lineup for tonight's Milwaukee Best Ice 400 from the Milwaukee Mile. Let's go to Green Flag Racing now, under the lights. Here we go, getting ready to go under the green flag here. Let's see if Dylan Schwallenberg can pull off another Joe Gibbs Racing win here this weekend. Joe Gibbs Racing went to victory lane with Jacob Lawler in the Truck Series race. Meanwhile, behind him, Megan Atkins would love to be able to put Michael Norman Motorsports in the victory lane for the second time this weekend. As here we go, green flag is out, and Schwallenberg, I guess you could check off task number 1, and that's get a good jump here on the start, because he just completely left Drew Austin and everybody else. Austin, though, very smart move to move down to that low line in front of Megan Atkins to stay in the second position. So Schwallenberg and Austin both leading the way now. The battle is on for third. Megan Atkins in a 3-wide situation, almost 4-wide back here. Holy cow! Look out. Oh, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Who in the world is that? Oh, that's the Cole Dally machine. Wait, that's an 86 car? Who's the 86? Oh, that's a 66. I don't know what happened with the 66 car. Okay, I must have made a mistake, folks. I apologize. Caution's out, but this is supposed to be Ian Dutta's machine. And I don't know if I accidentally changed the TGA before I started recording this race or what, but it's not showing up correctly. So I hope you'll bear with me. I've never made that mistake before. But that is Ian Dutta's machine, just for future reference here tonight. I apologize for that. I hate it when I do that. But caution's out. Schwalenberg is the leader. And Danny Wells, Ralph Mason appear to have some damage. So do Chris Washer and Drea Erickson. And oh no, did I make another mistake? Yes, I did. I did it on the William Duncan car. Oh my goodness. Is there anybody else I did that with? Looks like everybody else is good, but I hate it when I do that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, guys. But Ian Dutta, William Duncan, I apologize to you guys that you're running the bull ring base scheme things, but caution flag is out. Let's head back, look at a replay. Here's a look at what happened, and I think it may start further up here, but we'll start back here with Jake Cole. Nick Barney running awfully high on the track. Oh, I think he may actually come down to Michael Norman. Nope, contact up ahead between Andrea Erickson and Jessica Shelton. Chris Washer and Ralph Mason get together as well. There's William Duncan going off the nose of Collard. Jake Cole goes down and gets the wall. Oh boy, there was a lot of heavy contact back here. Galligan and McLeod, they're going to make contact. McLeod gets a bit of the wall, but both those Twinks cars get through very well. There's Kenny McCurry caught back here. Sanford somehow got through there. Nicely done by the 55. Richard Johnson's got some damage, though, on his 93. There's Danny Wells back there. Mason, Erickson, Kenny McCurry. Pete Lund was back behind this. I don't know how much damage he may have gotten out of all of this. Dylan Young was behind this as well. I don't know if he got through or not. It looks like he may have, though. And there you see the William Duncan car. And that is the reason the caution came out. Amazingly enough, though, nobody really got a lot of extensive damage. The only one that probably got the most damage out of all that was Richard Johnson, which is a tough break for him because he comes in 8th in the point standings. That was not the kind of a start to this race he needed. But caution flag is out. Let's head back now to green flag racing here. And I'm pretty certain everybody will be able to continue. I'd be surprised if someone retired because there really wasn't a whole lot of damaged cars coming out of turn number 2. Green flag ready to come back out here on lap 6 of 40. Let's give you the top 10 first. Schwalenberg is the leader. Drew Austin second. Ian Dutta there in third. The points leader in the third position. In fourth place is Cole Daly. Megan Atkins in fifth. Sixth is Noah Hart. Seventh, Bob Jones. Austin LaPlante's up to 8th right now, so keep your eyes on him. LaPlante is 4th in points and has not gone to victory lane yet. The top 3 in points have. And LaPlante looks like he could be the next one. Jake Rogers having a good run now in 9th, and Mary Cole is going to complete the top 10 as we go back up here to the front. And Dylan Schwalenberg, let's see if anybody did retire. No, everybody has been able to continue on. A couple drivers did come down pit road, including Kyle Corbett, Pichu London, and Richard Johnson, to either repair damage or make pit stops. We are going to have pit stops in this race, and the question is when these drivers are going to be making them. Now, I didn't see the 56 get any damage, so maybe that was some pit strategy on his part. However, starting at the rear of the field here on restarts after wrecks happen up ahead of you is not always the best thing, so we'll see how that works out for Kyle as the green flag's back out here. And Ian Dutta immediately dives down to the inside line. He'd love to go to victory lane in back-to-back weeks, last week at Las Vegas and here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. And he immediately clears Drew Austin. That is for second place. Again, I apologize to Ian Dutta and William Duncan. I'm not exactly sure what I did that caused them to go to their default base schemes on those two cars, but I'll try and make sure that doesn't happen again. As the caution flag's out again, but they're really wrecking it up here tonight. Caution waves again, and this time it's James McLeod involved. Danny Wells has gotten a piece of it. Jake Rogers, Pichu London. We know Rogers was run up inside the top 10. Oh, Johnson Adino's coming to pit road. I saw another car smoking. Oh, it's Dylan Young. Dylan Young is smoking. Johnson Adino smoking. Austin LaPlante's involved. So this must have started with LaPlante and Rogers, because they were both up at the front of the field. Oh, my. Austin LaPlante comes in this race 4th in the point standings. He's involved in this. Danny Wells, 6th in points, was in it. Ralph Mason, who is 13th in points, was involved, as well as Jake Rogers, 17th in points. So a lot of drivers that had opportunities to stay inside or move inside the top 10 in points involved here in our second caution. Let's jump back and look at a replay. This happened right up near the front of the field, too, inside the top 10, I'm pretty certain. Well, I'm pretty sure this incident's going to take place heading here into turn 1. Jake Rogers goes to the inside of Austin LaPlante. Everything seems fine right here. The question is, though, what's going to cause the problem for both of these drivers? Because nothing looks like it's going to happen at this point. Oh, it may be coming out of 2 here. Rogers comes up. Is he going to make contact with Noah Hart? Right there. Oh, wait a minute. Noah Hart's going to get turned down towards the inside wall. Rogers going to get off of him, I think. Well, he's still into him. Oh, nope. Oh, he's going to turn him into the wall. Oh, my goodness. Noah Hart's going to get a piece of this. He slides right up into Austin LaPlante. Rogers gets collected. That's a tough break for Noah Hart, too. Another driver I didn't know that was involved. 7th in points. And then Jake Rogers' car gets caught back here. He gets a hit from, I think that was Cody Lamas. Let's rewind it a little bit here. I think the 15 got him. Right there, left side of your screen. Yep, he gets a piece of him. And then where's John Cittadino and company? Oh, Charles Jackson got spun up in front of John Cittadino. Now, who did Jackson go off the nose of? Because that's another driver who comes in running well in the point standings. The defending champ. Let's watch this. Oh, he tried to make his way through, and I think he kind of got into the side of the 83, maybe, of Dougie Shears. Cittadino had already hit Jake Rogers. He was already smoking. And right there, yep, just that little tap there into the side of the 83 snaps the 19 loose and right up in front of John Cittadino. And then where's the black deuce of Dylan Young? Here he is. Oh, Joshua Michael's going to get spun around off the nose of Nick Barney. And right there, Dylan Young tried to go to the high side on his teammate, couldn't do it. And runs into his Penske Germain Racing teammate Jake Rogers, and he sustains a lot of damage on his machine as well. And there you see the smoke erupting out from underneath of the Universal Orlando Studios Florida Ford Fusion. Michaels actually did a good job keeping his car from sliding up into the outside retaining wall. I don't think he even hit the wall. But that's the reason the caution comes out. And this took out 3 drivers, Noah Hart, Austin LaPlante, Jake Rogers, who were all running up inside the top 10 at the moment of that caution. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. Some pit stops took place under that last caution flag, and so it's really shuffled the field up. A lot of different drivers had different pit strategies. As you see, Austin LaPlante and Pichu London line up on the inside line. They're at least 1 lap down to the leaders. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what they are. Drivers out of the race include John Cittadino, Ralph Mason, Danny Wells, Jake Rogers, and Dylan Young. So a tough night for the Penske Germain Racing boys in 41st and 42nd. Also, Ralph Mason, Danny Wells came in inside the top 15 in points. This will not be good points-paying night for them. Bob Jones emerges as the leader now, with Megan Atkins lined up in 2nd. Mary Cole is in 3rd. Kyle Matthews 4th, and 5th is Trent Dunham. That's Dougie Shears, James Silverfox, Sean Henley, Charles Sanford, and Nick Barney, the top 10. Then Michael Norman, Dylan Poteet, Sean Galligan, Kyle Corbett, Chris Washer, Joshua Michaels, and James McLeod. They did not come down pit road under that last caution flag, so the top 17 have stayed out. 18th place is Dylan Schwallenberg on this restart. Whoa, the lap car's getting awfully racy back here with Megan Atkins. Atkins getting moved to the high side as LaPlante takes the middle. London was going to the bottom, and now they're going to try and settle it out double wide. Look at Atkins and Mary Cole, though, using the high line to try and get around this lap traffic. Oh, they're 4 wide. They were almost 4 wide. Kyle Matthews sticking it way down the inside. Look out. Oh, they're tight back here, really tight. Sanford, Henley, Norman, Silverfox, Poteet, something's gotta give. Oh, careful, they're bouncing off each other. They're 4 wide. Oh, Dunham gets turned into the wall, but he saves it. He hangs onto it, but no, Silverfox got turned by Norman up ahead. This could be trouble. Don't come back up, please. I think they avoided him. I think they avoided Michael Norman. Silverfox, apparently, they missed as well, but I think that's going to bring out a caution. Yes, it is. Caution flag is out. I don't know how we got away with 1 car wrecking in turn 2 and 2 others wrecking entering into turn 3, and only those drivers were involved right there. But Bob Jones is the leader. There's Richard Johnson. Must have made a pit stop. There's Silverfox. Tough break for him. He took a pretty hard licking in the inside wall from what I saw. Silverfox comes into this race, as I said, 9th in the point standings. There's Michael Norman. Doesn't look like he got a whole lot of damage, but I think he pancaked the right side of his machine after he got the wall. And then where's Trent? There's Trent. We saw him go up and pancake the right side of the machine into the outside retaining wall after he got turned by Sean Henley. And I think we got some more pit stops going on here, maybe? We do. Schwalenberg's going to stay out. And is Bob Jones staying out again? Yes, oh, no, he's not. Where is he? There he is. Bob Jones pulling into his pit stall. So I think, after the pit stops and everything, I think Dylan Schwalenberg, who pitted under the last caution, he's going to reemerge as the leader. So as the pit stops are going on here for the rest of the drivers who didn't pit back under our last caution, let's jump back now and look at a replay of what just happened. Well, I looked back here and I saw these guys racing 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Something had to give. And there you see Trent Dunham slides up off the corner a little. I don't know if he was trying to go to the high side of Silver Fox or what, but whatever the case, he goes high. Henley then takes his battle of 3 wide into a 4 wide situation. And right there, he can't move down because Sanford's there. Dunham can't really go any higher because he get up into the dirty part of the track where there's no grip. And he gets turned off the nose of the Pfizer Chevrolet. And then up ahead here, there's Michael Norman. Let's even go to a different camera angle here. Oh, man. Silver Fox pounded that inside wall. He repels back up into the AC Delco Chevy of Michael Norman. This is what surprised me. There's Norman. He's sliding. Everybody's going to be able to avoid him. And then Silver Fox is continuing to slide towards turn 3. But somehow, some way, he's able to scrub off enough speed where he doesn't come back up into traffic as well. Right there, this is where he's going to come to a halt. Oh, man. Look at how close this is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jake Cole may have just actually made a little bit of contact. I don't know if he did. No smoke erupting or anything. He may have just barely brushed him. But that was closer than I thought. Yikes. Caution flag is out, though. An incident in turn 2 and then a spin in the middle of the back straightaway. Let's head back now to green. Green flag's going to come back out here. We're looking at the current leader, Dylan Schwalenberg. Now you'll notice Pichu London is ahead of him on the tail end of the lead lap. That is because Pichu London did not pit under the last caution. Now with him ending up being ahead of Dylan Schwalenberg on the racetrack, that means that he was able to line up behind the pace car after Bob Jones, Megan Atkins, and everybody else came down pit road. So he is going to get the benefit of starting ahead of the current leader, Dylan Schwalenberg. If the caution comes out immediately after the green flag comes out and Pichu London is able to keep himself ahead of Schwalenberg coming down to the line, Pichu London will be back on the tail end of the longest line and back on the lead lap properly. Schwalenberg is the leader, though. Ian Dutta lines up second. Charles Jackson's in third. Noah Hart in fourth, and Cody Lamas fifth. Bob Jones, the first of the cars to pit, is in sixth. Seventh, Kyle Matthews. Dougie Shears, eighth. Ninth is Jacob Lawler, and Charles Sanford completes the top 10 as the green flag is back out and waving. Charles Jackson going to jump down to the inside of Ian Dutta. And wait a minute. I thought Schwalenberg might be able to get around Austin LaPlante, but he is having some difficulty, and that could play into the hands of the first car on the inside line there. Charles Jackson, nope. Schwalenberg gets the run the high side, and he'll go back to the front. Oh, look at this. He wants to put Pichu London back off the lead lap here. All over the back bumper. Wait, caution flag's out, though. And Pichu London's going to beat the 20 back to the line. Pichu London now is going to cycle back around, and he will be the last car on the lead lap on the tail end of the field. But I did see a car on pit road, and I'm not rightly certain who it was. Oh, Sean Henley's on pit road, or not on pit road, but he's smoking. William Duncan's on pit road, and I thought I saw a black machine, but I guess not. Oh, Kenny McCreary just ran into the back of somebody. So did Jake Cole. They've got damage here after the caution waves. Oh, man, Henley 11th in the point stands. William Duncan 10th in points. Again, just like our Milwaukee Cup Series race, this track is targeting the drivers running well in points. And Henley's night is over. That's a tough break for him. As it looks like Dylan Schwalenberg, Charles Jackson, Cody Lamas, they're going to come down pit road again. Here comes Noah Hart, Dunham, Matthews, Shears, Langford. They're all going to come to pit road. So more pit stops here nearing the halfway point. Let's head back now. Look at a replay of what happened to Henley and Duncan, who came in 10th and 11th in the points. Well, here's a look at what happened. These two pretty good friends, too. Cole Daly, Sean Henley. And I don't know, this is just a good battle for position, and Daly going to try the bump and run here. Pushes the 25 up the racetrack. Now, it might have worked, but Nick Barney was already up there, and so Henley's going to make contact with the 16. He's going to snap his car around. How ironic that the same thing happened to Trent Dunham off the nose of the 25 not too long ago. And then here comes Duncan. Oh, my goodness. Hard into him. There's Kenny McCurgan, a piece of it. And Henley actually flipped over onto his lid. That impact was just at the right angle that it flips the 25 over. I don't think we've had a flip yet here this weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. Henley just had the first one. Wow, that was scary. And there is William Duncan's car come to rest on the back straightaway. Man, what a tough break for both those drivers. Hard licks. And the caution flag is waving once again. Certainly been a wreck fest here tonight. I wonder if we're going to be able to fit in any green flag racing. It's certainly not looking like it, but I guess there's always hope still. Well, apparently everyone came down pit road under that caution flag. Nobody rolled the dice and stayed out, regardless of the fact that some drivers are on different pit strategies than others. So this probably will put everybody back on an equal scale, but there was some strategy that went on as far as drivers trying to gain track position off pit road. Noah Hart was actually the fastest off of pit road, and he will restart as the leader. Second place is going to be Kyle Matthews, with Charles Jackson third, Dougie Shears fourth, and fifth, Sean Galligan now. Dylan Schwallenberg is back in sixth. Seventh is his teammate Mary Cole. Ian Dutta eighth. Ninth place Cody Lamas, and Bob Jones completes top 10. That's James McLeod, Charles Sanford, Harrison Langford, Nick Barney, and Joshua Michaels top 15. Rest of the top 20 are Megan Atkins, Dylan Poteet, Chris Washer, Drew Austin, and Kyle Corbett. A couple of drivers going to line up on the inside line. Well, actually, no, only one driver. That's Austin LaPlante. Richard Johnson has been making numerous visits to pit road in order to keep his car up to speed and not be black flagged and disqualified, as they're racing really hard behind him. There's Sean Galligan back there with Dougie Shears and Dylan Schwallenberg. They're three wide, and Galligan just got wrecked. Galligan got wrecked into Dougie Shears. Caution's going to wave again. This is another caution up near the front of the field. Galligan, who was in the fifth position on this restart, now in the wall. And Noah Hart's going to be the leader coming down here to the caution flag. There was somebody on pit road. That might have been Dougie. Where's Galligan? Oh, there's someone smoking. Oh, Chris Washer spun around. He's smoking. Someone else is smoking up here. Who's that? Oh, Jacob Lawler. And who's the car I saw on pit road? That is Dougie Shears. Well, where's Galligan? There he is. Whoops. Going the wrong way. There's Galligan, back in 22nd place now and wrecked. There's Lawler on the inside. There's nothing left on that machine. I think he's the one that plowed into Chris Washer, maybe. Look at the damage on the front of that machine. It's all pushed in on that Toyota. Wow. Caution flag's out again. And as this race progresses, the hits keep coming, and they're getting harder and harder as the race goes on. Caution flags wave. Let's look back first to see what happened to Sean Galligan, Dougie Shears, and then we'll see what happened to Chris Washer and Jacob Lawler coming off of 4. Well, this was just a 3-wide battle that did not end well. Right here, Schwallenberg trying to get underneath Sean Galligan. I don't know if the 20 is going to make any contact with the 44. Let's see. Coming off this corner, yeah, he bounces up into him. Galligan bounces up, and there was just nothing that anybody could do there. Dougie Shears was there, nowhere to go. Mary Cole gets a piece of that there. Ian Dutta's held up behind this, too. The points leader. Oh, wait a minute. Does Dutta get the wall? Oh, whoa, he doesn't, but he is behind, caught behind the 83. That's the points leader right there, that 66 car. I think he basically got through it okay, though. Oh, well, no, he's going to hit the driver's side door down in the wall now. It'll sustain him some more damage. And my goodness. Now, there was an incident here with Chris Washer. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they're 4 wide. Dylan Poteet gets up into Joshua Michaels. Both of them going to slide up into the outside retaining wall. So that's another incident we didn't say take place there between the 78 and the 82. And then let's see what happens to Washer coming off this corner. Is he going to get a little help from his teammate Drew Austin, maybe? Austin is the car behind him, and he's getting a good run, too. And I think he may get the left rear. Right there, yeah, Drew Austin going to hook his own teammate Chris Washer around here on the front straightaway. Washer turns straight down towards the inside wall, nowhere to go. Immediately the car erupts in smoke. That is a hard hit for Washer. There's no way to buffer impact like that. And then he comes sliding back up the racetrack here. And I think it's Lawler's going to be the one that's going to nail him just about now. Right there. And then Lawler goes up and Galligan gets another piece of another incident there. So he's going to go up and get the wall again after that contact. And again, another incident that happens right in front of points leader Ian Dutta. And somehow, some way, he's still surviving. But hard licks for Lawler and Chris Washer there. As the caution flag waves once again, let's go back to green. We're nearing 10 laps to go, which is going to be at least a blessing because we'll be having a single file restart. But even with single file restarts here on these restarts, they still find ways to wreck. But the garage area filling up awfully quickly here as we're getting close to the end of this race. Let's head back now and see if anybody used any more pit strategy under this latest caution. No, everybody decided to stay out under this caution flag, so Noah Hart will still be the leader. Let's try and see if we can quickly give you a full field rundown of who's still left. Kyle Matthews is second. Third is Charles Jackson. Dylan Schwallenberg now fourth. Fifth is Bob Jones. Cody Lamas in fifth. Sixth, Nick Barney. Seventh place is going to be Megan Atkins with James McLeod in ninth. And completing the top 10 is Charles Sanford. Drew Austin runs in 11th. 12th place is Kyle Corbett. 13th is Jessica Shelton. Joshua Colloid in 14th. 15th, Andrea Erickson. Then you got Leva McIntyre 16th, 17th, Anthony McCurry. 18th place is going to be Pichu London after he got himself back on the lead lap. Sean Galligan 19th, and 20th is Michael Norman. Ian Dutta is back in 21st place right now. Charles Sanford, I believe, would have the points lead with where he's running. 22nd is Mary Cole. 23rd is Harrison Langford. 24th, Cole Daly. 25th, Dylan Poteet. Joshua Michaels 26th, and 27th is Trent Dunham. 28th place is Jake Cole. And then you got Austin LaPlante in 29th, one lap down, and several laps down is Richard Johnson. I'm not sure exactly where he's running on the racetrack at this current moment. He is 2 laps down in the 32nd position, but drivers out of the race so far include Jacob Lawler, Chris Washer, Dougie Shears, Kenny McCurry, Sean Henley, William Duncan, James Silverfox, John Cittadino, Ralph Mason, Danny Wells, Jake Rogers, and Dylan Young. I'm actually quite surprised that that's how few are back behind the wall after all the contact we've seen taken. And oh boy, Dylan Schwallenberg got moved up the track. He hangs on to it, but he lost a lot of ground. He got moved all the way up into the marbles. Oh, the cloud spins. He wrecks with Megan Atkins. And there's another car spinning. That's LaPlante. Oh, Jessica Shelton's involved. Cody Lamas got a piece of that, and they're wrecking again. Cole Daly, I guess that was James McLeod involved there. Megan Atkins got a piece of it. And here's a battle for the lead. Is this coming back to the start-finish line? It is. Kyle Matthews got to the inside of Noah Hart, and Matthews is going to be the leader under this caution. I believe that's the third or fourth different race leader this evening. And it's going to be Kyle Matthews in the 5. Nice move there. Perfectly timed for Kyle Matthews coming down to the caution. And the yellow flag is out once again. This was another big wreck, and this happened again up inside the top 10. But Kyle Matthews is the leader. We'll have less than 10 to go on this next restart, but let's jump back now, look at a replay of what put us out of the caution once again. Well, I don't know if Dylan Schwallenberg knew something was going to happen or not, but he moved out of the way, went behind these guys, and it's a good thing he did, too, because right here is going to be some contact between Megan Atkins and James McLeod, rather. Oh, Schwallenberg just barely got through that. Nick Barney goes up into somebody. I think that was Austin LaPlante. We'll get to that in a moment. Here comes Jessica Shelton. Nowhere for her to go. She runs into McLeod. She's been surviving all night, too. That's a tough break for her. Sanford! Oh, Sanford! Oh, my goodness. How did he get through that? There is no way Charles Sanford should have been able to get through that. Good heavens. I think we're going to be doing an onboard with him. Well, let's see. I think LaPlante's going to get collected here by Nick Barney. Oh, yeah. And then Cody Lamas, who had been doing a good job of surviving tonight, too. He gets a piece of this. Right here, LaPlante gets turned up and, just clipped the Peak Toyota. And Cody cannot hang on to it. He slides up into the outside retaining wall, pancakes the right side. That's a tough break for Cody Lamas. Good heavens. Almost made it through. Man, Jessica Shelton took a hard lick there, straight up into the safer barrier. Kyle Corbett actually got spun out there after contact from Joshua Collier, but he held on to it. And now we got to take a look at this. We got to take a look at an onboard with Sanford and see how we got through this. on board with the Aaron's Dream Machine. Let's see what he saw. Right there. If he hadn't gotten McLeod, he should have hit Jessica Shelton. I don't know how he backed it down in time. So wonder he didn't get turned around by anybody, too. That could have been to his inside. But great job by Charles Sanford, who's really making a case for himself here tonight to take the points lead back here atop the Snickers Cup Series standings. We'll get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Once again, seems like that's what we've been doing all night, restart after restart. But Kyle Matthews is now the new leader, and Matthews comes into this race running 34th of the points day. So if he had to make a move like he made under that last caution, he could have made it a better time. But now Noah Hart's going to be all over his back bumper. We'll see how he does. Instead of being the hunter, he'll be the hunted, and we'll see how he does in that situation. Noah Hart lines up in second. Third place is Dylan Schwallenberg. You got to be pretty impressed with him. Started on the pole, fell in the mid-pack after pit stops. He's kept himself in the hunt. He's still up here in third. Dead last at points too, by the way, so he needs a good run. Megan Atkins in fourth, and even after he got spun out there, he was able to save it. Cody Lopes will restart in fifth. Where did Kyle Corbett come from? He's up in sixth place now. We haven't even seen him, basically, until... He wasn't even talked about until he made that pit stop under the first caution. He's been running at the tail end of the field ever since. He'll restart sixth. Collard's up here in seventh now with McIntyre at eighth. Where'd these guys come from? Then you got Drew Austin in ninth, and Sanford is in 10th. As the green flag's back out, it's a single file restart, and look at this. Noah Hart apparently did not get a good jump. Here comes Megan Atkins to the inside. For second place, Cody Lamas right behind. Oh, don't turn him, Cody. Don't turn her. He doesn't. They're still good, but this is all going on behind Kyle Matthews, who has checked out. Noah Hart getting freight train on the low line. Kyle Corbett now going low. Joshua Collard going low, and the caution flag's out again. 3 wide for second. Whoa! Corbett gonna get the position. Whoa, whoa, Cody. Yikes. Oh. He backed out of the throttle right in the middle of traffic there. That was close. And someone spoke, and Jake Cole's got damaged, and it may be Jessica Shelton. Yep. Second straight caution the 29's been involved in. Her car has erupted in smoke. James McLeod is also involved. Oh, wait a minute. Shelton, don't forget, hit James McLeod under the last caution. Do we have a rivalry brewing between the 29 and the 51? We got to jump back, take a look at a replay to find out. But, oh boy, this could have some implications from our last caution involving James McLeod and Jessica Shelton. Well, let's take a look here, see what exactly happens to the 29. Now, she gets held up behind the slower machine, I guess, of Pichu London. Here comes Ian Dutta, who I believe is up to speed. He's going to try and make a move here immediately at the drop of the green flag. And he's going to get into the 29 car. And straight down in the inside retaining wall for Jessica Shelton. Now here's the thing. McLeod had been spinning in turn 1 and Shelton hit him. Is McLeod now going to hit the 29 one caution later? Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't, I don't think. Well, if he did, it was barely. Wait a minute, let's see. Was there any contact? Oh, there was. Yep. Go to the helicopter view. I think we could be able to see that there was the slightest amount of contact. But actually, I don't think it was intentional. McLeod, you see, keeps himself up in his line. Oh, just a tiny little bit of contact there with the left front and the right front of the 51 and the 29. Nope, I don't think a rivalry is brewing. That was just a racing incident, and McLeod did not target the 29. If he had, he would have T-boned her. He was trying to avoid it, just ran out of a little bit of room. It was just inches that he didn't have room. And apparently that really busted up something in the inside of his machine because it immediately erupted in smoke. So, at least we know we don't have a brewing rivalry going on here between McLeod and Jessica Shelton. Because McLeod did everything he could to try and avoid the 29. So the caution flag is out once again, though. That's a tough break for McLeod, who comes into this race running very poorly in points. 36th in the standings, to be exact. And Jessica Shelton is 23rd in points. Neither of those drivers really needed poor runs tonight, but it looks like both of them are going to DNF from this evening's races. We're going to head back now to what I think may be our final restart of the evening. We will get the green flag, which could be our final green flag, with a total of 3 laps to go here this evening. Kyle Matthews, look at that car. I was just looking at it here under the last lap. There's really not a whole lot of damage on that car. There's damage on the right side, but a lot of drivers have been hitting the wall. But that HendrickCars.com Chevy really looks very clean. He's done a good job of keeping himself out of trouble here tonight. And Kyle Matthews trying to go to victory lane for the first time in his Snickers Cup Series career. Can he do it here tonight? We'll have to see. Kyle Corbett is right behind him, though, and we haven't seen him all race long. All of a sudden, his presence is felt up here. He could be a challenger for the win. Cody Lamas up here as well in 3rd. 4th place, Megan Atkins. Noah Hart still in the hunt in 5th. Save for Schwallenberg in 6th. Levi McIntyre, don't count him out. He's been up here in the last 10 laps or so. He's 7th. 8th is Drew Austin, the guy who may be taking the points lead. Charles Sanford, he is in 9th, and 10th is Andrea Erickson. As a matter of fact, he and Erickson are tied for the points lead right now, according to our live standings, with the way that they both are running. So this could be interesting. Green flag back out. Now, if the caution comes out, I think the race is going to be over under yellow. Battle for second raging on between the Michael Waltrip Racing teammates, Cody Lamas and Kyle Corbett. Actually, MWR doing really well tonight. All 3 of their cars inside the top 10 at this moment. Kyle Matthews must be hoping and praying for a caution, though. And look who's coming. Here comes Cody Lamas. Now, is the caution flag out? It is out. Caution flag's out. If it had been green, we might have had a good battle for the win. But I think this race is going to end under yellow. And I think Hendrick Motorsports, for the first time this season, will go to victory lane with Kyle Matthews going to victory lane in this event. Kyle Matthews was, I believe, a 2-time pole sitter last season when he drove the 12 for Penske Germain Racing. Never went to victory lane, though. Tonight, that's going to change, as Kyle Matthews is going to win this race. Who was the caution for is the question. Oh, looks like maybe some Tweenix Racing teammates, Dylan Poteet and Sean Galligan. But the white flag is going to be displayed for one Kyle Matthews. We will not jump back and take a look at that caution flag, as apparently nobody had to teleport to pit road. I think it was the Tweenix Racing cars of Sean Galligan and Dylan Poteet who got together. And it looks like this race is going to end under the yellow flag. Wait a minute, are some drivers making pit stops here? Corbett all of a sudden disappeared. Where did Corbett go? Yeah, Corbett had to come to pit road. He gave up 4th place. Schwallenberg, Atkins, Erickson, they all had to come to pit road. Oh, look at Sanford, how far back he is. Erickson got out ahead of him. I think Erickson may take the points lead. Wait a minute, though. Where's the Dutta? Did Dutta stay out? Where's the 66? He's not here. Where is he? There he is. Oh, no, he's way back here. So I think Erickson may take the points lead. But hold on, hold on. Bob Jones is in 5th place now. He was only 17 points back. We're going to have to do a little bit of research here in just a moment to see who is going to be the points leader. But we know who the race winner is going to be. Checker flag waving. Kyle Matthews, his first career Snickers Cup Series win. Here comes tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. He wins the Miller Milwaukee's Best Ice 400. And this Wreckfest finally comes to a close. Thank heavens. I'm all replayed out. Hoi. Let's take a look at the official top 10 first before we delve into who the points leader would be leaving tonight's race. Cody Lamas, what a great run for him. He's going to get 2nd place. Noah Hart in 3rd. Charles Jackson comes from out of nowhere to finish in 4th place. 5th place was Bob Jones, and I'm thinking he could be the points leader. I don't know, maybe Noah Hart. This is going to be really close, I can tell you that. Trent Dunham. Oh, Nick Barney, actually, I've got to say is 6th. But Trent Dunham, where did he come from? Trent Dunham finishes in 7th tonight, after we saw him running outside the top 20 for a majority of this race. Mary Cole somehow gets 8th place. Kyle Corbett's going to have to settle for 9th. And Dylan Schwalberg, the pole sitter, still a very nice run for him in the 10th position. Let's go further down here. Megan Atkins gets 11th. 12th place was Andrea Erickson, I should say. Levi McIntyre was 13th. 14th, Anthony McCurry. Good run for him tonight. Harrison Langford, 15th. Charles Sanford, 16th. Joshua Michaels, 17th. 18th place was Drew Austin. The rest of the top 20 were Cole Daly and Joshua Collard. Then the rest of the cars that finished on the lead lap were Ian Dutta in 21st, Michael Norman 22nd, Pichu London 23rd, 24th Sean Gallagher, Dylan Poteet in 25th place. But now we got to find out here. Now we know that Andrea Eriksson finished ahead of Charles Sanford and ahead of Ian Dunham. Eriksson finished the race in 12th place, Dunham finished 21st, and Sanford finished in 16th. So Andrea Eriksson right now, before I look into Bob Jones and company, would currently be the points leader. Now, in order for Bob Jones to be the points leader, he would have to have finished a total of 13 positions ahead of Andrea Eriksson. Now, Eriksson with finishing in 12th, that means that Bob Jones would have had to have finished ahead of first place, which is impossible. Which means Andrea Eriksson is going to be the points leader heading into next week's race at Auto Club. So congratulations to her. A great finish of 12th place gets her back atop the point standings. But I'll tell you what, behind her, I think it's going to be pretty doggone close as far as the point standings will look, at least between the top 5 or 6, because a lot of drivers got good runs tonight and really closed up gaps on each other. It's going to be super, super close heading into next week's race. But Kyle Matthews, who comes into this race 34th in points, will be interesting to see where he is in the point standings after this evening's race as well, as he picks up his first career Snickers Cup Series win here tonight in the Season 7 event at the Milwaukee Mile. Hope you guys enjoyed this Wreckfest. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Here comes your official results, overall point standings and rookie points, headed next week at Auto Club. We hope you've been tuning in for that. You've been watching production of the SRA, Off-Flag Racing at its best.